Good morning. I would respectfully ask that all cell phones are turned off at this time, and please remain standing as Essex High School Junior ROTC will post the colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and then the National Anthem.
Arms.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would invite the senior chorus to come up for the National Anthem. I would now invite the class marshals to seat the graduates. Thank you. First on our program is Essex High School senior Moira Taylor.
Family, friends, faculty and staff, and the Essex community. Thank you for joining us this morning to celebrate the Essex High School graduating class of 2014. Today, we say goodbye to a lifestyle we have lived for over 12 years. We reflect back upon our successes, our failures, and those days we just couldn't take it any longer. Sitting with me today is one of the most diverse groups of students that have ever passed through these doors. We celebrate the artists, athletes, musicians, volunteers, and academic all-stars that have developed their abilities from Essex High School. Although we face change by saying goodbye, we also say hello to new endeavors and opportunities that our futures hold. Many of us are continuing our education next year, working, volunteering, traveling, or joining the armed forces. We have made it to this point because of the lessons and skills we've learned and mastered over our 12 years of education. So while we congratulate the seniors today, please know that on behalf of the class of 2014, we thank our families, friends, coaches, teachers, and all others who have provided guidance, love, patience, support, encouragement, and a good laugh along the way. So welcome, thank you, and enjoy the show.
Thank you, Moira. Next on our program is summa cum laude student speaker Ann Beliveau.
Parents, teachers, administrators, family, friends, and class of 2014. It's time. It's time, not money, not information, not objects that we trade in. We trade it in for a laugh, for a lesson, or for a friendship. We've spent a lot of our time here, but now it's time to go. Yes, I'll have a bucket of time. To go, please. Doesn't work that way. Time doesn't stop and start for us. Whether we like it or not, it's time to go. Some of us don't feel ready. Some of us have felt ready for years. But whether we like it or not, we are rich in time. If we look at the statistics, we can wager that we will have decades of time. As people love to say, we have our lives ahead of us. We are rich in time. I wish I could put this time in a bank account until I knew exactly what to do with it. But we're about to be freed to go out there and spend it however we want. We must spend it carefully and consciously. I know I've spent time in ways I regret, watching YouTube videos, or lying awake worrying about a test, or watching YouTube videos to distract myself from that test I should be studying for. But this kind of change, this unleashing of a wild and frightening expanse of time before you, can be a reason to make new habits and tell yourself, I will not waste time. I will spend it so carefully. We've spent a lot of our time together. There are probably people here you've known for 12 years or more. And there are probably people here in caps and gowns today whom you have never met. But collectively, with our time, we have built a community. we've traded our time with each other. We've studied together, memorizing trig formulas and plotting out the best strategy to become ruler of the world. We've goofed off together, serenading people in the hallway and going all out with boomboxes and wigs for Decade Day. We've competed together, making sacrifices for the team and sometimes sharing a state championship. And some of us have performed together, sharing the fear that it won't come together in the final week of rehearsal and the joy when it does. We've spent time together in so many ways. We've built a community, and we've taken care of each other. When we faced the loss of a fellow student right before the holidays this year, we came together and we took the time to take care of each other. We have strong bonds. We also have wonderful teachers who have carefully and consciously made the choice to give their time to us. Teachers, you've stayed long after the end of the school day, helping students with word problems. You've arrived early to oversee club meetings. You've organized field trips and exam review sessions and cricket matches. You've been our coaches, our mentors, and often our friends. Thank you for giving your time to us. Combined, over the past 4 years, the 324 of us in this class have lived 1,296 years together. If we did that back to back, we'd have to start in the year 718. But I believe this is the last time we will all be together. Reunions happen, but they're difficult and not always a priority for people spread across the world. This is it. You're leaving this community. But no matter where you're going, to a college or a job or a new home, you will be in a community. You will not be alone. So please take some of your time to treat that community as well as you've treated this one. At a time of political polarization, when it seems like people just can't work together, work together. Build strong bonds. Get to know your home, whether it's Essex, Burlington, Florida, or Colorado. Spend some of your time stacking chairs after class, or covering someone's shift when he's sick, or holding the door for the people behind you. Those are some of the best ways you can spend your time. As we go out to create ourselves and our careers, we need to remember to care for each other. We need to remember that the currency we deal in is not cash, facts, or things. As we are unleashed across the world, let's spend our hours, days, and years carefully and consciously. Let's set ourselves free, remembering that right at this moment, we are rich. Our lives are ahead of us, but soon they'll be beside us and soon behind us. Let's go. It's time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. I would invite Essex High School senior Cale Cooper to this podium.
Thank you, Mr. Reardon. I really hope the internet's fast in here. I just submitted my graduation requirement survey, so. Before I start, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the people that helped us get here. First off, to the teachers of Essex High School. It's an amazing thing to feel constant support when we fail and when we succeed. And your constant enthusiasm day in and day out is absolutely inspiring, so thank you. Also, a thank you to all the parents who watched our plays in kindergarten, cheered for our plays in football, were game to drive us to every practice, every event, and every school day, and who made us the human beings that we are. Thank you, parents. To the windows, to the windows, to the walls, to the walls, were the words that little John blasted through my headphones as I stood in front of the doors of Essex High School. It was freshman year, and I figured rap music was the type of thing that tough high schoolers listened to. Standing there, I brushed shoulders with the upperclassmen as they passed me by. Well, my shoulders brushed against their waist, actually. They had a couple feet on me. I was pretty nervous at that time. Probably just about as nervous as I am now, because there are a lot of you. But just as I did then, and as I'm sure most of us did then, I'm going to take one big breath and go for it. I think that was one of the first things that Essex High School taught me. There, on the very first day, I found out something that has always been relevant and always will be. When something that big, that daunting sits in front of you, what can you do? Close your eyes, open them, it's still there. Turn around and walk away. You can't do that every day for 4 years. So what did we all do? Tighten up the straps in our backpacks, grip our pencils just a little bit harder, and forge ahead into the mass of students that awaited us. Freshman year, it was all about cumulonimbus clouds and staying on the right side of the hallway. It was about the Odyssey and discovering that the rink has some really good fries. It was freshman year that I met all of you, and you met all of you. We all met each other. And just when everyone's getting to know everyone, that's when we move on to sophomore year. Boom, you're no longer a freshman. Maybe you're rocking a sweet new dirt stash and you're feeling pretty fly. I mean, you can walk with a little bit more swagger now. You're a little bit taller, maybe even taking some honors classes. The DMV thought it'd be a good idea to give you a learner's permit, which means you can operate a 2-ton vehicle. Despite this, you somehow survived until junior year. Junior year was the time of the kneecaps, the SATs, and the ACTs, and I know most of you don't want to relive those, so let's just skip right through to senior year. Senior year, applying to colleges. You put your all into the application, attempting to highlight all of your best qualities. You ask yourself, should I have made it look like I did more work to save the rainforest? Should I have volunteered more? Did they care that I almost failed jewelry freshman year? You're completely exhausted by the time you finish the application. And then you do it 5 more times. With it, you try to cover your accomplishments in 4 years of high school. And that's a large span. A lot of things have happened since then. There's one main change that I've seen among us as a community. We all walked into the doors of EHS 4 years ago, looking to set ourselves apart. Perhaps so eager to do so that it might have been easy to treat others badly, especially at a time when we wanted to make ourselves feel good. But as we move through to senior year, and as you all sit here now, I see a community. I see a group of people who are friendly to each other. I don't see any barriers between friend groups. I don't see anyone pushing others down to stand taller. I see compassion. I see grace. And mostly, I see kindness. In the movies, high school is represented as a place where the bullies reign and the weird people eat lunch in the bathroom stalls. But here at Essex, I see the weird people eating lunch at the main tables because we are all the weird people. There's no definition of a nerd or a jock, no separation, because I've seen Courtney Gleason throw a backflip on vault while taking BC Calc as a junior. So, what I'm trying to say is, I think there are many ways to do high school wrong. And all of you are doing it very, very right. 4 years we've been here. That's a long time, right? 4 years, about 720 class days, 50 essays, 20 nights of proper sleep, and now we're here. We're graduating. Weird. Because at some points, it might have been hard to imagine that we would make it. Sometimes there were those nights when picking up a textbook seemed impossible because the pages were so heavy and our pencils heavier still. There were those nights when mastering chemistry was impossible to type into the search bar, so we put in Netflix instead. I know sometimes the backs of our eyelids were a much nicer sight than that of a blank Word document. Of course there were those nights. But those were not the important ones. The important nights were those when you defeated the blank page, when your pen pushed out ink at breakneck speeds and the page filled up faster than our uncles at Thanksgiving. The important nights were those when the music was on full blast and our brains on full speed. The assignment might have been pushed off slightly longer than it should have, but on those nights it didn't matter because our calculators were ticking and tapping much faster than the clock and the time was irrelevant. The sun rose with the page count, and the first sound in those mornings was not an alarm clock ringing, no. It was a battle cry of success, and you could ride that battle cry all the way into the front doors of Essex High School, a freshly branded high school warrior. High school was not about the nights when you got enough sleep, because those were the boring ones. High school was not about the nights when you did something that at the beginning of the day seemed impossible. Those ups and downs will always be around, because that's really what life is. It's a series of ups and downs, and I think oftentimes people confuse a down, a mistake, or a setback with failure. Failure is a state of mind. Say I walk into the gym next door, and there in the middle of the court is a kid who dreams of being a professional basketball player. He, being the rising star that he is, believes that in order to be great, he has to hit a half-court shot. So this kid, he steps boldly up to the half-court line, he squares his shoulders, raises his head, and heaves the ball into the air. It sails a majestic arc, going beautifully towards the basket, and then lands about halfway between him and the rim. The kid walks over and he picks up the basketball, and I say to him, "What are you doing?" And he says to me, "I'm trying to make a half-court shot." Now, if this kid really wants to make the shot, if he really, really wants it, if he cares about that basket, I can walk into that gym 3 hours later and find him still shooting. I'll say to him, "What are you doing?" And he'll tell me he's trying to make a half-court shot. If he cares, 1 year, 2 years later, walk back into that gym, ask him the same question, and he'll give the same answer. He's trying. If he keeps trying, he cannot fail. He can only succeed. He has not failed until he has quit trying. You have not failed until you have quit trying. So, if you cannot fail, what do you attempt? Attempt anything, attempt everything. Be a rocket scientist, be a rocket painter, a rock collector, a rocker. Be who you want to be. Be someone your 7-year-old self wants to be. If you care enough about the goal to keep trying, you cannot fail, and you can succeed. This class especially, because I've seen Natalie Fleming paint things I was afraid to touch because I thought they belonged to a museum. I've seen Max Hunter get an entire class pumped about a car using only an essay. I've seen Brian Roberge front flip a table, Charlotte Stewart do a mile-long throw-in, Ashlyn Knuckles get more excited about history class than I ever thought was possible, and I've seen Tyler Muller complete an obstacle course with duct tape over one eye and a wide-angle lens over another. So find something you care about. Find something that you can return to every day with passion. Something that you want to be your last thought getting into bed and your first thought getting out of it. Something that pushes you to get dressed every morning and pulls you out the door. Find something that pulls you out these doors and follow it. Because failure is not final, and success is achievable, and I am certain that you can all live the lives you've imagined. Thank you. Thank you.
Mikhail, I'd say your message was well received. Nice job. Each year, the graduating class has the opportunity to have a faculty member address the graduating class. The class of 2014 has chosen Mr. Adam Weiss, science teacher here at Essex High School, to address you. Up next, please welcome Mr. Adam Weiss.
I want to start by thanking the class of 2014 for the sincere honor of speaking at your commencement today. It's come to my attention that the majority of my colleagues who have received this honor have been retiring. So if this is a subtle suggestion by the administration, you, the school board, anything, I thank you for your input. So when I sat down to write this speech, two ideas immediately came to my attention. One is that few people ever actually remember the topics discussed at a graduation ceremony, except, of course, for perhaps the last speech we just heard. The second notion is that I've been asked to speak for the purpose of sharing some pearls of wisdom on your special day. Wisdom, however, is contextual, and I cannot simply compose and recite wisdom without, let's say, reading yearbook quotes by Ian Erickson or Leah Shea. In addition, the reality is that all my pearls of wisdom have already been shared with you in class and in the halls, and my wisdom well is completely dry after these past 4 years. If there is one wish I have for you, it is that you continue to enrich yourselves with learning as you progress through all the episodes of your life. I know that my abilities to contribute to life at EHS are really rooted in this love of learning, even today. And in addition, I encourage you to invest in your friendships always. As life presents its inevitable ups and downs, a wellspring of dedicated friends can celebrate the ups and will definitely smooth the downs. And regarding the first idea that few people actually remember the topics that the speaker touched upon, in case you forgot already, I thought that if I spoke about you, the members of the class of 2014, you might appreciate the speech now without really needing to recall it later, which I've said you probably won't. So as a result, I've compiled a small list that includes some bits and pieces that I have observed, that I've learned, that I've admired from various individuals and groups seated before me. I kept your names out of each piece whenever possible. Some of you will recognize who provided me with a certain chestnut, and others will really have no idea, but it's important that you acknowledge that all of you have taught your teachers and administrators along the way, and they simply don't have the opportunity to publicly share their impressions with you as I do now. So here goes. I have learned that students can master doing their English homework while still paying attention in biology class, or seeming so. In fact, this impressive juggling act occurs in all of your classes. On any given day, you'll also do your science and English, your Spanish or your French and math, your social studies and physics, your math and business, and probably just your cooking and singles cooking. Members of the class of 2014 have mastered this talent into a high art form. I have learned how to persevere in times of challenge, hardship, and loss within families and community. You have modeled strength, poise, grace, and compassion. I have learned that some of you have had such a positive impact on Essex High School that your college has been renamed in your honor, even before you arrived on campus. And speaking of kind of strange college names, excuse me for a second. Eric James, is it straight? Straight, okay, thank you. I have learned how impressively Essex can both win and lose on an athletic field with dignity and pride, often setting an example that parents can learn from. I've learned that if you really try as a spectator, even you can understand the rules of field hockey and rugby. Congratulations, teams, by the way. I've admired how students who persevere at our Alternative Center for Education, known as ACE, when the educational offerings at Essex High School don't exactly meet your needs, can be remarkably successful. I've learned that some attempts at asking someone to go to prom can be remarkably creative. When studying the highly interesting invertebrate phylum in biology class, I've learned that students should edit the titles of their presentation on the Porifera phylum before asking their teacher for feedback. I've learned that some students can expect to receive the same academic reward for continually caring about their work as they would receive if they continuously cared about their work. If you deleted all of that SAT knowledge, sorry about that. I've learned that the 4-H Club doesn't mean what you think it means. And on a related note, Flub Totter doesn't either. I've learned that the value of a senior who steps up as a leader in our new advisory at Essex High School, and what a profound impact such a leader can have on underclassmen by modeling how to truly invest in our school. I've learned how students can stealthily make their teachers appear completely absurd in Snapchats during class. Trust me, teachers, you have no idea. I've admired how initiative can lead to some new firsts at Essex High School. We have a highly successful boys and girls volleyball team. Did you know that? We have a nationally recognized jazz band. Have you seen the first 2 editions of our new Feed magazine? Amazing, all. And while we're discussing firsts, I learned this year that you can actually bungee cord a sleeping kid to the back of a motorcycle so parents can ride with the security that the kid won't fall. Did you know that? It is so wild. I've gained admiration for balancing huge academic responsibilities with many meaningful extracurricular contributions to our school and community. For me, there would honestly not be enough hours in the day to accomplish what many of you accomplish. I've learned that one senior among us was not only in the sloth club in elementary school, but he also served as the club president. I've learned how to face difficult and sometimes unforeseen medical situations with courage and clarity. I've learned that some students at Essex have the courage to do the right thing when they catch others stealing in the gym locker room. And on that note, other students have actually biked to Essex for 4 years and never felt the need here to lock their bike. I've learned that Essex High School students can successfully compete academically on the national level. Kudos to our Blondin, Essex, Scholars Bowl team. I've been amazed that the girl who strives to have dirt under her fingernails can sell hundreds of dollars of Girl Scout cookies in the few minutes before class even starts. There may even be leftovers now if any of you are still interested, I don't know. I've learned that one of the most trustworthy students among you is actually patted down by his employer to verify that he's not stealing merchandise upon finishing his shift, that he's held for over a year. If that doesn't say buy local, nothing does. I have recognized how going abroad during your first year or semester at college can potentially have tremendous value. I've learned meaningful and very touching ways of letting teachers, parents, coaches, and mentors know that they have made positive contributions to young persons' lives. I've learned how students can return to a varsity sport after taking a year off and make great contributions to a team's success. I've admired how painters, sculptors, photographers, actors, musicians, writers, filmmakers, poets, and even editors can capture human emotions in truly captivating ways. Did you see Oklahoma this year or watch any of the 50-hour film submissions this year? So impressive. I learned that I will sincerely miss the impressive class presentation styles of so many of you. But few styles will I miss more than those of Jack Meckler or Bryant Crocaflocka. I've admired how so many of you can write about challenging biology concepts more eloquently than I could ever hope to articulate them in class. I've learned and admired how many of you provide advice, guidance, and support to your teachers nearly as often as they provide the same to you. Thanks to so many of you for helping me sail through these changing ocean tides. Adam Turner, think I covered it all? Yeah. All right. So in closing, I've learned that when people throw out the cliched assumption that next year's graduating class will step up to fill the shoes of our departing seniors, often those speakers have little idea how special this class is. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thanks, Mr. Weiss. Up next, Director of School Counseling Michelle Rath will recognize international students.
I have the distinct honor of recognizing our Essex High School seniors who were born outside of the United States. When I call your name, please stand and turn to face the audience. Blaine Entense, Ethiopia. McKelvey Ayers, Canada. Olivier Bishop Mercier, Canada. Tara Brooks, Canada. Ines Kamzik, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Devika Davis Kilpatrick, Vietnam. Naina Kami, Nepal. Rita Ray, Nepal. Danielle St. Pierre, Canada. Thank you.
This time we would take a moment to recognize our Latin honor students. I'd like to recognize the following students who have earned the status of cum laude, and that is spending their time here at Essex High School of earning a GPA between 93 and 94.9. All of you who have earned this distinction, please stand. Thank you. For students who have earned magna cum laude status, that is achieving a GPA of 95 to 96.9 while at Essex High School, would you please stand? Thank you. And finally, those students who have achieved summa cum laude status, earning a GPA of 97 or higher, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Congratulations and well done. At this point, I would like the class marshals to prepare the class of 2014 to receive their diplomas.
Nicholas Matthew Abasian. Cody Derek Acker. Amanda Addie Adams. Rachel Acadia Jean Ahokas. Joseph Ross Aiken. Brody Warren Almeida. Marika Ann Amay, graduate of the Academy of Visual and Performing Arts. Christopher Scott Anderson. John Charles Angel. Belaine Antense. Cornell University Scholarship, Brad Naidu Memorial Scholarship, and graduate of the AVPA. Lucas James Armstrong Laird. Alexandra Ellen Astor, graduate of the AVPA. Sarah Jane Austin. McKelvey Catherine Ayers, graduate of the AVPA. Miranda Lee Baker. Samuel William Barch, graduate of the AVPA. Stephen Francis Barnaby. Rosemary Elizabeth Parsons Barrows. Sophie Mae Bashaw. Tyler David Bean, Lynn University Scholarship. Morgan Beck. Zlatko Beganovich. Thomas Hugh McDermott Bagley. Anne-Marie Beliveau. Jacob Philip Benson. Jennifer Marie Berardo. Catherine Denise Berthium. Kylie Elizabeth Billings. Olivier Mojo Bishop Mercier, McGill University Scholarship. Victoria Rose Bissonette, Curry Green Mountain Scholarship. Andrew Robert Black. Alexa Catherine Blanco, Pace University Scholarship. Cole Thomas Blondin. Eric Michael Blunt. Tyler Michael Bolduc. Arthur A. Bosley, Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences Scholarship. Sarah Nicole Bourbon. Cole Bourgeois. Hugh Edwin Bradshaw. Katie Courier Memorial Scholarship. National Security Language Initiative for Youth Scholarship. Robin S. Morris Patriotic Scholarship, and the Vermont State Employees Scholarship. Ian O'Flynn Brennan, St. Lawrence University Scholarship. Patrick Gregory Brodeur. Alexandra Bunny Brooks. Sarah P. Brusso. Sean Brusso? Okay. Sean P. Brusso. Tara Mae Brooks. Carl Rodriguez Bryant, graduate of the AVPA. Timothy Joseph Bierman. Elizabeth A. Bullard. Mackenzie L. Burnett. Peter G. Burton. Aileen Charlotte Button, University of Vermont Scholarship, National Merit Scholarship, and the Thomas J. Watson Memorial Scholarship. Connor A. Calhoun. Enitz Kamzik. Kira Suzanne Cameron, University of Vermont Scholarship. Margaret Lynn Karen, University of Vermont Scholarship. Alexandra Bailey Celia. Colleen M. Shagnon. Pei Fang Chen. Crystal Hope Chu, VSAC, Vermont Honors Scholarship. Andrew Keith Simonetti, University Mall Scholarship of Excellence, and the Ray Coffee Award from Essex Chips. Aaliyah Claxton. Keely M. Colburn. Anna Lees Combs. Catherine Grace Combs. Cale Cooper. Dominique Cornacchia, graduate of the AVPA. Christopher N. David. Catherine May Crawford, the Richard W. Ellis Scholarship. Bryant D. Crocker. Nicholas C. Croto. Danielle Jenna Kuchar, Gene Robinson Scholarship, awarded by the Essex Boosters. Sorry, DJ. Where are we? Okay. Emily Elizabeth Cunningham Furkey. Brianna N. Courier. Kristen Ann Dahlgren, Essex Junction Firefighters Scholarship. Kaylee Aristine Daniels. Devika Tawn Davis Kilpatrick. Alexandra Christine Day. Julia C. DeBolt. Bethany Eden Debris, University of Ottawa Scholarship. Julia DeBolt was also the recipient of the University of Michigan Scholarship. Claudia Alexandra Del Angel. Mary Catherine D'Onofrio, the Kathy Bergeron Book Award. Kira L. Doles. Jack Cookman Donahue. Ashley M. Douglas. Emily N. M. Dowman. Emily Nan-Hee Dramstad. Haley Amber Drury, Paul Smith College Scholarship, Trout Unlimited William Sloat Memorial Scholarship, and the Essex High School Science Award. Joshua Jeffrey Dudley. Sydney Lee Duncan. Joseph Scott Durfee. Shayla Zankovich. Misty M. Arisman. Catherine Woods Eaton. Ian Walter Erickson, Essex Rotary Club Scholarship. Zachary William Falls, Knights of Columbus Council Scholarship. Mary Poole Farmer. Sarah Kathleen Farnham. Sean Ellery Fay. Nathan Michael Federico. Omar Librado Fernandez IV. Jason R. Field. Esther Ann Fiore, graduate of the AVPA. Natalie M. Fleming, graduate of the AVPA. Allison Marie Fletcher. Caleb Michael Fontenot. Kyle David Renee Fortin. Michael D. Fountain. Devin L. Fournier. David A. Frazier. Jacob R. Fredette. Zoe Pascal Froelich, Odyssey of the Mind Scholarship. Connor Freeman Fulton. Dominic L. Galati. Eamon Bernard Garrity. Beverly A. Gartland, Midway College Scholarship. Connor David Gear, Arizona State University Scholarship. Ashley L. George. Brenda M. Gilbert. Catherine Gilbert. Jacob J. Giroux. Courtney R. Gleason. Brianna Lynn Goodrich. Michaela Z. Grace. Megan M. Green. Courtney Gleason was also the recipient of the Kim T. Willery Memorial Scholarship. Megan M. Green. Emma Braun Grindle, graduate of the AVPA. Aries Suzanne Hale. Ferris Halilovich. Nicholas A. Hallstad. Kira Marie Hancock. Sebastian S. Hanna, People's United Bank Scholarship. Carolyn Cecile Harnois. Nicholas E. Hella. Nicholas G. Henry. Peter J. Henry. Michael Patrick Hladkey. Nathaniel James Howard. Maxwell Christian Hunter. Benjamin Alexander Ingalls. Vahan G. Yonisian. Lauren Mary Irish. Corinne June Jacobson. Eric M. James. Jacob Charles Jarvis. Hannah Lillian Jones. Benjamin David Kagan. Nina Cami. Jonathan Edward Kane. Shelby Joe Keefe. Alexander Michael Kelly. Claire Bridget Kelly. Jillian Bridget Kenny. Jeffrey LaRose Kent, Syracuse University Scholarship. Gloria N. Keogh. Emily Claire Karen. Bridget Lynn Bursell Kiley. Joshua J. King. Abigail Ann Colbinson, 1957 alumnus and alumna scholarship. Gabrielle Elizabeth Kranz. Mark O'Brien Kolhovic. Eric James Lanphier. Justin D. Lang. Julia Elizabeth Laramie. Mahogany Ann Lestrada. Andrew C. Lawrence. Carolyn Kathy Lessees. Carolyn. Erica J. Lemieux. Brendan P. Leonard. Jacqueline Regina Littlefield, Knights of Columbus Council Scholarship. Brendan Leonard was also the recipient of the Miami University Scholarship. Nicholas Stephen Lizuski. Carrie Renee Lord, University of Vermont Scholarship. Nicole Juliette Lovett, Linden State College Scholarship. Jill E. McFarland. Breege M. Mahoney. Ryan M. Manley. Bradley Stephen Martell. Chelsea Autumn Brown Martin. John William Mashrick. Catherine E. Marr. Samuel Charles Minter. Sean Edward McCullen, University of Vermont Scholarship. Shannon M. McDuff. Lily Tatiana McNamara, Essex Junction Lions Club Award. Jack Christian Meckler. Alicia Lynn Geraldine Menard Livingston. Angelo Mendez. Christina Lee Menke. Emily A. Middleton. Ryan Patrick Mills. Paige Elizabeth Middle. Kaylee Main. Hannah Nicole Mungeon. Emily Jane Morin, Elan University Scholarship and a graduate of the AVPA. Alexander S. Morris. Stephen C. Morse. Sienna Mosier. Tyler Robert Muller. Sophie E. Mulrow. Nathan D. Nelson. Tran Nguyen Nguyen. Braden Scott Nielsen. Paula M. Nordeweer. Jordan Delane Norcross. Ashlyn Elizabeth Knuckles, Duke University Scholarship, Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizens Award. Matthew Paul O'Leary. Anna Kathleen O'Malley, Thomas J. Watson Memorial Scholarship and the National Merit Scholarship. Emily Ann O'Neill. Rembrandt Otto Mayer, Northwestern University Scholarship. Grace Catherine Palker. Jonathan Mackenzie Palmer. Brock J. Paquette. Nicholas R. Parks. Joshua Allen Paroline. Kimberly Michelle Pfeiffer. Taylor Louise Picard, Goss Dodge Chrysler Scholarship. Ellie Pinto, University of Maine Farmington Scholarship. Samantha K. Parati, University of Maine Scholarship. Jacob A. Porter. Adam Michael Potasowitz. Shane Patrick J. Poulin. Michaela May Powers. Charlotte A. Pratt, Northeastern University Scholarship and the Cumberland Farms Believe and Achieve Scholarship. Evan J. Price. Julia Catherine Quackenbush, University of Vermont Scholarship. Rita Ray. Nathaniel Alexander Rayleigh. Morgan Elizabeth Randall. Jeffrey S. Reardon. Natalie Teresa Redmond, University of Vermont Scholarship. Maria Ann Reed. Lucas James Ira Relier. Jacob Lucia Reynolds. James Douglas Reynolds. Scott Luman Reynolds. Sheldon G. Rayum. Stephanie A. Richardson. Brian Matthew Roberge. Justin D. Roberge. Ryan M. Roberge, Wentworth Institute of Technology Scholarship. Samantha A. Roberge. Allison Ray Roberts. Kyle Robert Rooney. Sarah Christine Root. Caroline Anya Rose, LaSalle College Scholarship, Fletcher Buster Brush Memorial Scholarship, and the Chittenden County Kiwanis Club Community Service Award. Lucas John Royer. Kyle Gilmore Rutz. Roween J. Saney. Brian Patrick Sandin, Rochester Institute of Technology Scholarship. Francesca Barbara Sands, Norwich University Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, and the Katie Courier Memorial Scholarship. Priyanka Santhana Krishnan, graduate of the Academy of Visual and Performing Arts. Danielle Elisa Savard. Madison E. Sheps. Grace Elizabeth Schoenberg. Douglas Anders Schonholz. Faith Catherine Schumacher, Belhaven University Scholarship. Leah Vanette Shea. Brandon Robert Sheffert. Cole Wilkinson Sheffert. Kara Elizabeth Sheftick. Catherine Olivia Alexandria Shine. Brooke E. Smith. Matthew Roger Smith. Naomi M. Snelling. Bradley C. Snow. Chelsea Elizabeth Somerset. Taylor Stacha St. Cyr. Alexandra L. St. Germain. Morgan L. St. Germain. Danielle Louise St. Pierre, University of Maine Orono Scholarship. Jared J. Stocker. Bethany Ives Strong. Charlotte Hayes Stewart. Karen E. Schwarzkopf, University of New England Scholarship. Kalista Orion Tangay. Annie Gray Tarver, Baylor University Scholarship. Glade P. Taylor. Moira G. Taylor, Essex Rotary Club Scholarship. Vermont NEA Maida F. Townsend Scholarship. Miles H. Taylor. Sarah Emily Taylor, Essex Junction Lion Club Award. Trevor Joseph Durand Tessier. Raven Diana Tether. Taylor Irene Thompson. Adam John Turner, Ithaca College Scholarship. Christopher A. Tuttle. Brandon Joshua Underhill, Messiah College Scholarship. Sonia Nicole Unica, Brandeis University Scholarship. Kevin Harlan Van Allen, Case Western Reserve University Scholarship, First United Methodist Church Youth Scholarship. Kyle Thomas Van Zura, Providence College Scholarship, Louis Armstrong Jazz Award from the EHS Band Boosters and graduate of the AVPA. Jared Cooper Vaughn, Vermont Technical College Scholarship. Jacob Harry Vespa. Spencer Allen Vrogop. Nicholas Tyler Warren. Nathan Carl Watts, Carolyn Jane Barra Scholarship. Anna Christian Wythe, graduate of the AVPA. Benjamin David Wells. Liam Patrick Welsh. Ian Marlowe Blake Wheeler, Haverford College Scholarship and the Vermont Horatio Alger Scholarship. Joshua G. Whitten. Alyssa Josephine Wieland. Riley Edward Wilbur, University of Vermont Scholarship and the Marine Technology Society Scholarship. Thomas H. Wilson, Kathy Bergeron Book Award. Clifton Charles Wilson IV. Jacob Christian Woodworth. Xavier Marcus Weish. Adam C. Yandow. Alyssa S. Yandow. Mason Cooper Yandow. Timothy Howard Yandow. Tyler W. Yeager. Liam D. York.
Before you do the passage, I'll just make an announcement of what that was here. Before we officially move our tassels to signify graduation, I just want to explain one thing for the benefit of everybody. We had a graduate, Taylor St. Cyr, who was surprised by an Essex High School graduate, her brother, who was stationed in San Diego and made a surprise visit, as you could tell by the response. And he is making the surprise visit, obviously, to celebrate her graduation, as he could be on a year-long mission in the very near future. So for the benefit of everybody who perhaps didn't see all that, that's what it was, an outstanding job. So congratulations.
Class of 2014, would you please move your tassels from the right side to the left? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Essex High School graduating class of 2014. Congratulations.
I know. Class marshals, if you would prepare the class of 2014 to march out of the rink.